the person of interest. All right, let's move on to our next story, where the Jubilee Party is expected to have a press conference at its headquarters where it will comment on the attacks against former President Uhuru Kenyatta. We'll cross over live for more on this.
Currently in office, it's a constitutional guarantee. It is anchored in the very democratic principles that define our republic. To suggest otherwise is so fundamentally misunderstood or willfully undermine the Constitution. From the very first day of this administration assumption of office, it has sought to construct a political narrative anchored not in its own vision or delivery, but in the constant invocation of His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta as a point of blame, distraction, and deflection. Every challenge becomes his legacy. Every failure is conveniently projected backward. Every unmet promise explained away by invoking his name. This approach is not only intellectually lazy, it's politically dishonest. Leadership is not inherited blame. It is assumed responsibility. The mandate to govern is not accompanied by the luxury of excuses. Kenyans did not vote for retrospection. They voted for solutions. They did not vote for endless political theater. They voted for tangible change in their daily lives. Yet today, the ordinary Kenyan continues to wake up to rising food prices, increased taxation, limited job opportunities, and a growing sense that the distance between promise and reality is widening by the day. It is within this context that the fixation on His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta must be understood. It is not about him, it's about the failure to confront present realities. We are particularly concerned and hit alarmed by reckless statements from certain political actors threatening punitive action against the former president, including the suggestion that his retirement benefits could be withdrawn. Such statements are not only constitutionally untenable, they represent a dangerous erosion of the respect and dignity accorded to the office of the president, both past and present. Retirement benefits for former presidents are not political favors to be granted or withdrawn at will. They are legal entitlements grounded in law, designed to preserve the dignity of the office and to ensure continuity and stability within our system of governance. To weaponize such provisions for political intimidation is to cross a line that no responsible leadership should ever approach. To those issuing these threats, we say this clearly and without hesitation: we dare you. When a former head of state is targeted for expressing his views, what message does that send to the ordinary Kenyan? To the student with an opinion, to the journalist asking difficult questions, to the business owner expressing frustration, to the young person demanding accountability. What message does it send? It sends a chilling message that dissent is unwelcome, that alternative voices are inconvenient, and that power must not be questioned. And to support our president, or the first president, in questioning what's happening in this country. It's his right, and it's actually his duty. This is not the Kenya we have built, and it's not the Kenya we'll allow to emerge. Our constitution is clear. The rights to freedom of expression, association, and participation in public affairs are not ornamental. They are foundational. They are the pillars upon which our democracy stands. Any attempt to erode these rights, whether subtly or overtly, must be resisted with clarity, conviction, and courage. Jubilee Party stands in his defense, and in this defense, we shall stand with him to the end of the world. We stand for a Kenya where leadership is measured not by the volume of its attacks, but by the depth of its solutions. A Kenya where disagreement is not feared, not engaged, but engaged. A nation where past leaders are respected, present leaders are held accountable, and the future leaders are inspired by example, not intimidation. We are better than this as a country and as a people. Fellow Kenyans, the conversation that began in Narok County was not about one man. It was about the soul of our nation. It is about the direction we are taking. It's about whether we choose accountability over excuses, unity over division, and substance over spectacle. No amount of noise will silence that conversation. No amount of intimidation will erase the realities facing Kenyans. And no amount of political misdirection will substitute for the hard work of governing. History is clear. Retired presidents in